You're right, everyone, it's Sam here. Welcome back to Season 5 of the Pinnacle League. We're here today for Round 2 in Malaysia, and here I am in qualifying, and it's not going too well for me at the moment. Last at the minute, quite a long way off pole, I think 6 seconds there, and I just improved that from a 2-minute lap, so yeah, things weren't going too great for me here. A track that I would be expecting to do well at, but unfortunately on 2014 things, well, the game just doesn't seem to suit me that well, and especially in the wet conditions it just seems to get even worse really. And I think a lot of that is down to the whole pad versus wheel thing, where a lot of people have been talking about it, and it seems that the pad has got a massive advantage this year over the wheel, which really sucks, because I mean you'd expect them to be even really, like to as even as they can make it, just so it's a level playing field for everyone. I mean, I've always believed that, you know, there isn't really much of a, like, one being better than the other, and that it's really all about whatever you're comfortable with. But honestly, I think that maybe even I could be better on a pad than this, but I don't think that's really the point, because a lot of people pay a lot of money for wheels to play racing games, and I mean, F1 is kind of the pinnacle of racing, boom boom, and you expect an F1 game to, well, you wouldn't expect it to be so punishing on wheel users and people who race without assists. And well, yeah, I guess it's easy for me to say that when I use a wheel and I don't use assists, but yeah, it really sucks that I'm at a massive disadvantage and other people who use a wheel. I mean, I know some people have adapted to it better than me, so it may just be a matter of like just getting used to the game. But yeah, at the minute I'm really struggling with this game, and you can see there 5 seconds off the pace with my best time, and it actually got worse in the end as DLT got pole in the end, and yeah, I was 5.2 off, is that, or I can't really see it on the screen, and well, I was over 3 seconds off the going 11th, so that was just great. But we're about to get out to the grid now then. And once again, it's a Mercedes on pole. DLT this time who's taken it. My teammate is 7th on the grid, and I am 12th and last. No grid penalty or anything this time, and we'll have to see how this goes. I mean, I was already feeling pretty annoyed after that Australia race, because we do 2 races in one night. But got the lights coming on now then in Malaysia, and away we go then. And at least I didn't get a lag start this time, and overall my start didn't seem to be that bad actually. As I get away from the line, it looks like I might have already be having a look at Barinator here into turn 1. He didn't seem to have the best of starts into turn 1, and I was on the inside line. It looks like I've taken a few people here, Super Joshy and Kells, up into P10, and Nino spins. He looks like he got side pod glitched there by someone. I think it was Hickey, because I remember him saying that he had a penalty for something. And I'm in 9th place then. It looks like Super Joshy is, well no, that's not Super Joshy, that's him ahead of me. It's Kells who's looking at me into turn 3 or turn 4, and he looks like he may have got it. He almost went into the back of the Sauber there, but it looks like he's made it through, and I think there's a little bit of lag going on there because of just, yeah, it didn't look right on the screen, does it? And we've gone around Super Joshy then. I'm up into P9 for now, and at least I've gained a few places on this start, and it looks like he went off there. I'm not sure if we had a bit of an incident there with Barinator, but we are up into P9 at least then, and quite happy to be ahead of Barinator there, because I'm not sure how good he is on this game, but I remember towards the end of 2013, and well, particularly in season 4, he had a lot of good form, so I knew I was ahead of someone pretty good here at this stage, and I was hoping that I could kind of hold on to this position. I knew it'd be pretty difficult, but at least we're in intermediate conditions now, so it will be slightly easier for me to sort of defend really, and I'm not sure how much attacking I'm going to be doing, but yeah, certainly we've made some good positions here. It looks like a couple of people have actually dropped back a lot, but then I keep doing this with this, well, it's quite a new wheel that I have, and I keep on doing that. I keep on, like, because you know you got the D-pad to change the fuel mix, but it's really close to the Xbox guide button on the wheel, and I keep on accidentally pressing that when I want to change fuel mix, and that's quite annoying because it leaves me quite a lot of time, especially in online races. And it looks like we got away with it there. I think Barinator must have had pretty bad exit to that one corner, and we've managed to defend the RP9 for now then, and it looks like we may have that result for a second race in a row hopefully. but there's still a long way to go, so I'm not sure why I said that. And yeah, on to lap 3 then. We're up into P8 because Hickey disconnected just like he did in the first race, although he didn't actually make it to the race in the first one, so that was really unfortunate for him. I mean, if you thought I had a bad first night, then well, he had a worse one, I guess, but at least he didn't have to put with the lag that I did. And in turn 3 on lap 3, Baronet is going around the outside of me. He's got so much more traction there, and it looks like he's just driven clean around the outside of me in that rubber, and he's up into P8. And I think it's going to be quite hard for me to get his place back now, because I did seem to be holding him back, and I think I did well to hold him back just for the 2 laps that I did. So yeah, not much happening after that, because Super Joshy and AF Nino were quite a bit behind me, but they did manage to catch up, and then I get a bit of a nudge there from Nino. I would guess that was probably a lag bubble or something, and well, it wouldn't surprise me if it was. But yeah, into turn 3 I cut off the line, just because I didn't really want to just like pull over and say I'll have the position then. Well, so, I don't know what I was going to try and say there, but into turn 1 lap 7, a similar situation now. I think I just about gave him a space there, but into turn 2 we were a bit out of shape there, and it looks like he's got a better line through turn 3, but then I'm not sure what happens here. There's a bit of a side pod glitch, and I was up on 2 wheels, and yeah, you really did just see a crash in the middle of turn 3 at Malaysia. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that before, but yeah, that's what we managed to do there, and I'm getting it back up to speed, and he's just driven past me, so that's great. Nice traction, Ferrari. And I'm down to last placement now, but there was heavy rain on the way, so I did decide to stay out for that, and you can see I'm now in P9. Super Joshy's pitted, and he's going to come up behind me and try to pass me any second. Oh, and he's appeared in front of me, so that's great. I didn't even have a chance to defend myself from that one, and he's up into P9. He's already pitted then for another set of inters, but there is heavy rain on the way, so I was trying to stay out until it was right for wet tyres. So yeah, that was pretty much my only hope in this race. I think Nino must have had an off somewhere, because he was a long way behind at this point, and I wasn't having to worry about him too much. But I think about pitting here, but then at the last minute I changed my mind and stay out for another lap, because well, I'll come in on lap 10 now then for the wet tyres. And what I've noticed on this game is that there doesn't really seem to be like a set time in which you must like change over for the tyres. It's really more about just if you can get the right feel for the tyres. I mean, it isn't just suddenly too wet for inters or like too dry for wets, if you get what I'm saying. It's really more about you just have to, it's really more just like what you can get a good feel with, and I felt at that point that it would be best for the wet tyres. And the race director there seemed to be a bit messed up, because Super Joshy's now been in twice, because he came in on the same lap as me for wets, but said he hadn't pitted, which was a bit odd, and it really confused me at the time. But I exit in P10. I was still at a comfortable lead over Nino, and not much happened after that, except for the fact that he started to catch me up a lot, and RT actually stayed out, and he went onto wets on the last lap, but he accidentally put inters on again, and that actually gave me a really good chance to catch him up, and you can see we're catching him up really fast as we head towards the final corner. It looks like he may just have this, but we really have to watch out, because we may lose our point here. And we're coming out the final corner, and it looks like we've just about got it. You can see Richard fishtailing across the line, and we've crossed line in 10th place then. So it's very little points then to start the season, but at least we have managed to score points in both races so far. And yeah, not been the best start for Ferrari then. DLT wins, so we've seen 2 first-time winners. Well, no, that's not right. We've seen 1 first-time winner, and yeah, we've seen 2 different winners to start of the season, so it looks like it's going to be a good battle up front. But if you enjoyed this race, leave a like, and I'll see you next time for Bahrain. So thanks for watching, and goodbye.